everybody, I'm Joey.
And I'm Alex.
And now we're going to take a look at a game, Wicked and Wise.
Yeah.
This is by Weird Giraffe.
It is.
Which they make 5 in the library.
They do, which is a great game.
You love that game?
I do love that game
and
a lot.
Pick this up. It's a trick-taking game where you can be either the dragon or the mice. Right here. So, all right, before we get to what we thought about it, let's see how it's played. Okay, we are set up for a 4-player game of Wicked and Wise. In 4 players, there are 2 teams. Each one has a dragon and a mouse on it. So you'll see here this says Team 1 Dragon, Team 1 Mouse, Team 2 Dragon, Team 2 Mouse. It's the same with a 6-player game, except there are 3 teams. If you do play with an odd number, then you are going to also have a dual player. One player that plays the dragon and the mouse. So pretty much in these games, the mouse is assisting the dragon to win every trick or to win the round. So let me tell you exactly what these are first. These are the goals for the first, second, and third round. Then you've got, these are gem cards. As any trick-taking game, there is one trump suit, and those are the gems right here. So this is the trump suit. And they're not actually shuffled into the main basic cards, which are over here. So it also has the treasure right here, which you can actually win after you win a trick. Now, the dragons start off with 10 cards, and the mice start off with 7 cards and 7 cards. This right here denotes who is the lead dragon. Now, the good thing about this is it does have some good player aids that tell you exactly what goes through. We have the goals there. You've got the turn order, which could be confusing. And then you've got the roll reference when setting up, because everything does change depending on how many players you have. So, first thing you do is you're going to grab a table talk card. These table talk they're going to give different types of communication that you can communicate during the game. For instance, this one says, this game your team can only talk about your cards when not choosing goals. So you choose one of these to help some variant through the game. So we've got that. Then you're going to go ahead and hand out the cards. Then the dragon is going to grab goals. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 goals. The dragon's going to look through these 4 goals and then give 2 to the mouse. The mouse gets 2 and then chooses 1. So there are 2 teams, so I would get 12 points or 12 coins if I win exactly 2 tricks. So he's going to put that out, and it's face up so everyone knows the goal you're going to that round. So then everybody is going to play through the round. And the round is done like this. He's the lead dragon, so a dragon goes. So now we've got a suit. The suit is right here. So if possible, everybody has to play that suit, just like every other trick-taking game. Then the dragon is going to go ahead and play a card as well. He has played a 2. So as of right now, dragon 1 is winning. Now the mice start to do it. Now the mice are going to play their card, again sticking to the suit if possible, but not for the value, for the action at the bottom. So you see right here, draw 1 gem or 2 basic cards and swap 1 card with the dragon. So we're going to place it here. We're going to go ahead and grab a gem card. And now if I wanted to, I could go ahead and trade this with the dragon. So I now have given him a gem card. And the other one is going to go ahead and play one of these as well. Now the mouse or the dragon could draw 1 gem or 2 basic cards. In this case, this dragon is going to go ahead and draw 1 gem card. And then you're going to go again with the lead dragon. Team 1 dragon is going to go. He's played a 13, so he is winning. And you know what? This last dragon is going to go ahead and play his gem card. So he has just won that trick. So he takes these and then puts them in front of him because he has won that trick. And now he gets to get his award. So he can choose one thing. He can choose either 2 coins or a treasure. And the other team will get the opposite thing of what he chooses. So we're going to say team 2, who won, is going to get 2 coins. So team 1 will get 2 treasures, and they get to choose which one to keep. We will use this one right here. So we're going to keep this treasure. And treasures are put in front of you, and you can use them before any round, and you use them by tapping them, and they're 1 use only. So then you've got this. So next round, if you want to use this treasure, then you just go ahead and tap it, and you can use it that next round. So then it's going to move to the second round of the game, and there are 5 rounds or 5 tricks in every round. And you're going to go through 3 rounds, each time grabbing different goals here, here, and here for each round. And at the end, you're going to count up how many coins you have, and whoever has the most coins wins. And they are both wicked and wise. So let's send it back to the studio and see what we thought about it. Okay, so that is how you play Wicked and Wise.
That's it. That's it. Let's start with the components. The artwork, amazing. Beth Sobel, right? I think that's how I say her name. And great. I love the little artwork. They're all the cards are really great.
Yeah, and it's cute. And the cards are thick. I mean, component-wise, it's exactly what you want it to be.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
So, but as far as game-wise, there are a lot of trick-taking games on there.
There are a lot of trick-taking games out there.
And this did a new kind of view on it.
It did indeed.
So, what do you think?
My thing was this. I don't know if you can hold the box up. It's a small box, but its table presence is a lot. It will take up your entire table, but not in an organized way. It's very messy. There's just cards everywhere. And at one point you're kind of like, why are there cards everywhere? You know, it doesn't make sense. I feel like it needs a player mat so you can go, okay, this is where these cards go. This is where your discards go. You know, so it helps kind of keep it neat. And you try and keep it neat, but it just gets so messy.
I never thought I would use the words trick-taking game and table hog in the same thing, but it is.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got 5 or 6 or 7 decks out there, and you're having to grab them, and then you got to discard, you got to grab this card. I mean, there's just it's like, what is happening right now?
I was going to say there's discarded cards everywhere. Particularly by the 3rd round, you're like, I don't know where these cards go because they're just everywhere, you know?
And it gets even worse if somebody is the duel.
Yes.
Because then you've got 2 hands of your own that you need to use. So, I mean, obviously, I don't think the duel I don't think it clicks.
No.
I don't think, well, here's the thing. Honestly, being the duel is probably easier because, okay, when you have a team of a dragon and a mouse, the big thing is the mouse always kind of feels like he's just
a supportive character.
Yeah. And it's hard to figure out, and it's hard to figure out what the dragon needs.
Yes.
And if you're a duel, I mean, you do both of those, so the synergy is perfect.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, well, I need this card, so I'm going to play this and switch it over to this hand.
Yeah.
So there's a very distinct advantage for being the duel.
I played as the mouse once when we were doing it with the duel, and it was hard because I didn't know what my dragon had, so I didn't know what they needed. Thankfully, I could get some gems at the end of that round, give them to them. But during the round, I'm blind. I don't know what really is needed.
Right, and that's the biggest thing.
That was kind of hard too. I feel like this game should only be played with even numbers. Yeah. That way then you can eliminate that duel option, because I just feel like the duel just kind of weighs it down a little bit.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
And there's a couple there are different fiddly parts that I don't think are really well thought out. Like as far as the goals, when you get the goals, I think in the first one you get to keep a goal. And the next one, I think second round you get to keep 1 to 2 goals. Third round you get to keep 1 to 3. So you grab some and you can keep up to 3. There's no reason not to keep 3.
Yeah.
Because it's not like any other game where you lose points if you don't achieve that goal. So there's no reason at all not to put all 3 goals in front of you and then just figure out, maybe I'll get it, maybe I won't.
Yeah.
So that little thing right there too. And then when you're the mouse, it's like there should be a lot of different abilities on those cards, but there's not.
Yeah.
There's a very samey feel when you're the mouse.
Oh, you're pretty much either taking gems, getting coins, or switching cards out. That's kind of really all you're doing.
That's it.
That's the mouse. That's why I feel like they feel like such a supporting role. It's okay if you're playing both the dragon and the mouse doesn't feel so weighted down. But when you are just playing the mouse, it's not very fun. Because you're not really it's really the dragons battling. You're just there.
And it has interesting aspects of it. I like how the trump cards themselves are in a new deck, the deck of themselves. Yeah. So you have to pull them up and actively bring them into the game, and then once they're there and they're discarded, and now they're in that other deck. So again, I'm talking about all the decks that are going back and forth. So I do like that aspect where the trump cards, there are no trump cards in the initial hands, and they slowly get introduced among the 3 rounds.
Yes.
And there are interesting things to this, but I don't know how often I would play this game.
I don't know if I would play this game either. I just think there are other trick-taking games, and this is what this game is, a purely trick-taking game that I think I would play over this game.
Right. I mean, I go to the Crew, I go to the Cat in the Box.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it just, I don't think it warrants the table space it needs.
Yes.
And it also isn't one of those things. Trick-taking is so fun. I think one of the most fun parts is that everyone is on equal footing in a trick-taking game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And this one, you're not.
Oh, no.
You know, you have a supporting cast that might like it, they might not.
Yeah.
So I just don't think it clicks for me.
No, I would agree with that. I just feel like it just isn't weighted right. You know, it just feel like the rolls just aren't even. Yeah, and like I said, it just gets a little chaotic on your table.
Yeah, that's. All right, so what would you give it?
I give it a 6.
I'm right there too.
Yeah.
And like I said, I would go lower, but I like the game. I like the idea. They have really good ideas in there.
Yes.
But I just don't think it hits for us. And I can't imagine it hitting the table over another trick-taking game.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that is Wicked and Wise by Weird Giraffe Games. Give it a try. You might like it. You might feel differently. But hey, thank you guys for listening.
Thanks.
All right. Bye.
Bye.